Lubase YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about some of the plants and some of the fruits that you find here in Mauritania. But I want to start by showing you a fruit that you really don't see in the United States that often. Now the name of this fruit in Wolof is mad, and in Mandinka the name of the fruit is kaba. So you don't see this fruit, and it's not, as far as I know, it's not native to Mauritania, but this is one of the more interesting fruits that you can find at the markets here in Mauritania. Okay, so when you cut open the mud, what you're gonna have this fruit that looks like this. It's kind of interesting looking. So these, you chew on, it has a little bit of flesh on the outside that you can eat. Now that taste is very sour, so the way we usually prepare them is you put a lot of sugar in them, and it becomes like this sweet, sour treat to eat, right? The flesh is, there's not that much flesh on it. You really want to get the flavor in there. Most of that is like this hard seed that's inside of it that the flesh is attached to. So it's like you kind of wear down the flesh that's around the seed, and then you eat it, then you spit out the seed. So this is what the inside of mad looks like. This is what the inside of the fruit is like. Alright, so this is a fruit called Sedan, and we have a tree that produces this fruit. Let me pick some of this up. It's got a hard seed in the middle, and it's dry. It's a dry fruit. You can't really get any juice out of it. This is called Sedan. You'll find it in Mauritania here, obviously, which is where I bought it and where it's growing here. I'll show you the tree in a second. You also find it in Gambia and Senegal. Let me know if you know what this is called in English, and if we have this anywhere in the United States where it can be purchased. All right, so this is the Sedan tree. This is the fruit that I showed you inside there. This is where it comes from, and what I was just told is I've only seen the fruit from this tree in Senegal, Gambia, and Mauritania, but they have it in Mali too. I guess it's a very common tree in Mali, and so I would imagine that it's growing here. You would find it in all different countries in the Sahel, so you'd probably find it in Niger, Chad, maybe in Sudan. Anywhere with that sort of Sahelian climate, I would imagine would grow this type of fruit. So dates are very common here in Mauritania because they're grown in a large part of the country, and you have the three different types of dates that you have here. You'll have the dark date, the red date, and the yellow date. All right, so this is what the darker date looks like. You're familiar with this, but they grow here regularly. You're most likely to see this type being eaten. It's the sweetest type of date, and then you have the red date. Okay, they look almost like a large grape, but that's the red date. Now the red date is very sweet, but it has a hint of bitterness to it, and I actually really enjoy the taste of these because of that. Now the yellow date I've never tried, and I don't have one here on video, but I've heard those are the most bitter flavor of dates. So I wanted to make this video about some of the plants that you can find here in Mauritania. The thing is, agriculture is not that widespread in Mauritania due to the fact that a very large percentage of the country is covered in desert. But I also wanted to show you that even though much of Mauritania is in the desert, and we're living here in the capital city of Nouakchott, which is in the southern part of the Sahara Desert, you still have a lot of plants that can grow here and a lot of fruits. So I'm going to take you out to the garden, and I'm going to show you some of the fruits and vegetables that are grown out there. So in the garden, we're growing bananas, we are growing avocados, we're growing hot peppers, we're growing bell peppers. We had tomatoes that we harvested a while back, and we just started to get tomatoes growing again. We've got a grape that's actually starting to grow as well. We're growing mint, Moroccan mint. And the thing about the soil here, you would think, because we're here in a desert, you would think that it would take a lot of effort to get things to grow. But we've thrown out, like when we do composting, we throw out seeds along with a lot of the fruit and vegetable skins that we throw out there. So we've thrown out avocado seeds and mango seeds. And we didn't do anything to those seeds other than throw them out. And we've got trees that are now starting to grow out of those seeds. So it just shows you how good the soil actually is here. And we only water the crops here in our garden. We only water those about once a week. So it shows you just how good the soil is. There's a lot of nutrients in that soil that helps these crops grow. Inshallah. Okay, so this is the plant. I have no idea what this plant's name is. That's why I was just asking the our security guard at our apartment what the name of it, because you see it everywhere. And I don't know if it has these pods here. I don't know if these are fruit or what, but you see this plant everywhere. It just grows up alongside of the road. And I'll have to tell you, or if you know the name of it, you can comment it. But I'm not sure the name of it, but you do see it a lot here in Mauritania. All right, and all these trees here, all of these trees, they're called neem trees. They're called neem trees, and we have these in Gambia. And what they're very useful for is you take the leaf, and you can use this leaf to make a lotion. And what that lotion will do for you, it's going to help prevent, it acts as a mosquito repellent. All right, so we would really stress the use of this because if you use this leaf, it's going to be a mosquito repellent, and which is very valuable if you live in a place that has malaria. So neem trees grow everywhere here in the city in Nouakchott, and they just seem to really like this climate here. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week, inshallah.